Hello and welcome back to the Loyal Sons Show. That's at the Loyal Sons, wherever you get your social media. Follow us here and follow us there for Pitt sports content you will not want to miss. If you love the building anticipation for Saturday and hate not sleeping at night, this is the place for you. The Loyal Sons Show, a safe, sunshiny place for your Pitt athletics fix. We are the Loyal Sons, David, Dylan, and Squid, and we are back for a rare second episode this week to do a little bit of a mailbag. Our audience submitted questions for us because we thought this was going to be a nice, quiet bye week, and then a whole bunch of stuff happened. You heard about it in the last episode, but we still wanted to honor that commitment to our listeners, and we know you cannot get enough of Pitt this week. So we have some answers to your questions, and we are going to knock them out, give you something to do with your anxious brain with just 2 days until the game. 3 days, but we haven't decided when we're running this.
All right. So I'm just going to throw these on the screen, and we'll knock these out. Any preference on which we start with? I just go in order here.
Yeah, I think we start with the question from our good friend and Pulitzer Prize winning journalist Stephen Thompson.
Okay, love it, Stephen. Appreciate this. Which local celebrity would you want to be the guest picker on College Game Day? We're recording this before it's been officially announced. We're operating under the assumption that it's going to be Aaron Donald because his jersey's being retired at halftime, but this could sound really silly in a few days. But we did kind of talk about this already on the Notre Dame preview episode. So do we want to give real options here? Do we want to get a little goofy? Who should it not be?
Who should it not be?
Okay.
So to summarize, our actual answers were Aaron Donald, Dave Wannstedt, Tyler Palco, Jeff Goldblum, preferably on acid, Michael Keaton as Batman. Am I missing anybody?
Louis Riddick.
Louis Riddick, yeah. All great options.
Wiz Khalifa.
No,
although Wiz might be a good starting point for who it shouldn't be, because as little Loyal Sons inside scoop from Dylan, he doesn't actually know anything about Pitt sports.
Yeah, I still think for the comedic value of him being on set with Nick Saban, might be worth it. But yeah, he's probably not a great choice. What about Mark Madden? Just be so insufferable.
So what Mark Madden would actually do, if Pitt wins after the game, he'll say, "Who cares?
It does no tangible good for your program.
That wasn't a must-win game. Narduzzi said it himself. You still got to win the next two, and they'll probably lose because that's what Pitt does.
Stadium's still going to be empty against Miami."
That's
a good one, Dylan.
I still say Phil Dracovic would be a humorous pick. This is the Phil Dracovic Bowl, and I say the losing team has to claim Phil.
What about Boston College? They lost to both these teams.
Well, he was actually decent there, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's just funny that there was a round robin of Phil Dracovic schools this year, and this is the championship. Who's like the worst person to ever come out of Pittsburgh?
Not the worst person to come out of Pittsburgh, but we also discussed this off air that we could see them just like throwing a Notre Dame fan in there. Like Shane Gillis just gets the nod.
Like, hey, he's from Pennsylvania. That's close enough to Pittsburgh.
That feels a little bit too likely to joke about because he is from Mechanicsburg, which is near Harrisburg, but I don't think a lot of people outside of Pennsylvania know that Pennsylvania is like 3 different states. Somebody replied to Stephen Thompson, Johnny Sins.
Who?
Known. Don't look him up on your work device.
He's a man of many jobs.
That he is. And he went to Shaler.
What
Stand
other
up and shout, Shaler.
Do we have any other responses there? Any other good suggestions?
Did we ask?
No,
I
that was
think-
just somebody being funny in the replies.
Gotcha.
What else would be bad?
All right, so
Oh.
we've kind of dodged Steven's question of who we would pick. Local celebrity, I think we should get the guy who screams. One of the guys who does like beer here, one of the concession stand vendors. That guy who was on the news one time with the insane Pittsburgh accent who said, "I don't care what nobody says, Pittsburgh's the best."
The Shenderovich twins.
Ooh, yeah.
Rachel Ann Bouvier, the Pittsburgh poetess.
Yeah, she's had that billboard on Bigelow for like as long as I can remember.
I love going into an establishment and seeing that establishment has paid her to write a poem about the establishment. I've seen it twice. One at this Middle Eastern restaurant in Ross Township, the other at Archie's.
Oh,
Archie.
that's who that is.
Yes.
I was reading that
Archie
several
has
nights
one.
ago. Oh, okay.
Archie should be the guest picker. Archie.
Archie.
He'll be the best of the picks. He'll go 12-0 with his picks against the spread.
Yeah, actually, that's my final answer. Archie Rothstein, Archie Manning. Dom the bouncer. If you went to Peters between the years of like 2014 to 2018, you know who I'm talking about.
If he was still around, and may he rest in peace, Screamin' Joe.
I was gonna say, instead of McAfee doing his WWE style, like screaming at the end, they should have the top dog law guy do it.
Top dog. You came to the North Shore. You watched the Panthers lose. You deserve compensation.
Pitt might be the underdog, but they'll be the top dog. I'm not gonna try to do that voice.
All right.
Moving
I
on.
think we've
already listed multiple lawyers.
New question. Which of the loyal sons has the best chance to make the game day field goal? That's from Ian, aka the Pit Pope. That's our boy. So, does anyone want to? If Pat McAfee showed up in the gravel lot and said, "All right, I need one of you to be the game day kicker," do any of you want to raise your hand and volunteer because you think you would? And let's go about it this way. We would split the money 3 ways. So it's not like no, I want to win the money. I want to win the money. Split 3 ways. Do either of you think that you would be the best choice?
So, David, you play a sport that involves kicking a ball, correct?
Correct.
Is that similar to kicking a field goal in any way, shape, or form?
So there is some translation there. And for that reason, I think I would be the logical pick because there's a lot of kicking in Gaelic football. I have a decently strong leg. We actually had a kid come over and play a summer from Ireland who is now punting in the CFL because he came to America, watched a little bit of football, and was like, I want to stay here forever, and that looks fun. So it does translate. However, any one of my teammates listening to this knows that while I can kick a little bit, the second you give me like an untimed down, an undefended down, like a free kick, I'm thinking about it and I am putting it a mile in the wrong direction. They don't let me take free kicks on the Pittsburgh Celtics, and for good reason. So I think logically it might make I have the most practice kicking of the 3 of us. I am way too much a head case to be trusted in that stressful of a moment. So I think it should be one of you two.
I'd take it. How far is it again? 30, 35?
Probably.
That's a really good
Yeah.
question. That feels
Whatever
right.
it is. I made like a 36-yard field goal back in the day for shits and gigs. Just after playing pickup football, we were just kicking field goals at the end, and I was decent at it.
33 yards.
Okay.
Same as a PAT in the NFL.
I think I'm the right pick for 3 reasons. One, I think there's like a 50% chance that I make it, but if I miss, it'll be comedically bad. Like I won't push it left or push it right. I'm just gonna like yank it into some kid's face on the side. And on top of that, I will make sure I lift up my hoodie and have like a 13-9 shirt on and rub that in McAfee's face. So
So
win
it's
or lose, I will get my money's worth.
interesting you bring up that idea because just wanted to throw it out there. If you were a Pitt student and you are selected to take the kick on Saturday, DM us. We have an idea.
Do they know that far in advance? I have no clue.
I think they find out like the day before, I want to say, because I think kids like have gone out and practiced. They've talked to kids who have said like, yeah, I just went out yesterday and kicked field goals the whole day, just skipped class.
Someone told me that the first 300 people who get the game day are entered into a raffle and they pick somebody. So that might just be made up. I don't know how they do it.
All right,
I might have also made up what I said.
We might need to just be there and be ready to act. We know the plan.
Bring a 13-9 shirt in every size.
Yes. Honestly, McAfee should just go and find the drunkest kid he can find. It would be way better.
I think McAfee's going to have something up his sleeve to try to embarrass Pitt at this game day, and whether it's like a lengthy breakdown of the West Virginia game or picking like the drunkest, least coordinated looking kid to take the kick.
Or maybe if you go up there and be like, hey, I know this 33-yard dead straight kick is pretty tough, but I've heard that 28-yard chip shots from the right hash are even harder.
But I'm just gonna say I don't think I'm the right choice for the kick. Kicking was never my forte. Can shoot a ball through the hoop. If there was a 3-point contest, I would put myself up for that. But Squid, I think, I don't know. I see Squid just he just picks everything up. I watch him do like banana ball moves when we play like 4th of July softball. I don't know. It just seems like this is right up Squid's alley.
I agree.
David, I think you'd be a nervous wreck.
I agree.
Okay. Squid it is.
Noted.
Did I jump the gun? Am I okay to move to the next question?
Go on. I think you picked the right question too. Yep. There you go.
Okay. This kind of leads into it. If the G word, game day, this question came before it was announced, is on the North Shore, it is. What is the appropriate amount of shit to give Pat McAfee for his 13-9 performance? David, take it away.
I don't think he should be able to get a word out on Saturday. If I'm being completely honest, like I think he should be suffocated by booze. The most vocal adversary of our university and program is coming into our city today. I think every time I don't care if it's a puff piece about like how football brought a community in like rural Kansas together. Like anytime he chimes in, chorus of booze. I want it. I need it. So really, the Lindsay Lohan, the limit does not exist.
They got him pretty good at Steelers training camp, didn't they? Wasn't there 13-9 chance when he did the McAfee show from Steelers training camp? And we know how the relationship with the Steelers and Pitt are. It's not always a direct correlation between those two. So with an army of Pitt fans, I'm more than sure McAfee will know about it. Maybe bring a 13-9 sign or 2 or 3 or 4 or 20.
There are going to be
picture of
hundreds.
McAfee with his hands on his head, hold that one up, go to the library on campus and make that like a 20-foot one. There's a lot of time still to make that happen.
Yeah, it's leave no doubt. Run it up, Herman. Leave no doubt.
I don't want to make it too much about West Virginia because, this is our day. But I also really, really don't like Pat McAfee and think he's ruining a thing that means a lot to me. And that is college game day, but also sports media in general. So I'm all for it.
Let him hear it. Okay, next question here from Marlon Barnes Truther on Twitter. That's at Pitt_moneyline. Maybe a good move for Saturday. Yeah. If Pitt wins, which river do the goalposts get thrown into? So
I bet we're all in agreement on this one.
Are we?
I have none of the above answer, so you guys go first.
I think the logical answer is the Ohio because it's one that's right there. But I want that bastard making its way back to Oakland, so the Mon.
Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious answer is the Ohio. Just dump it right there. I don't think we can get much further than that. But I think there should be a couple pit stops. Like we should take it up to the gravel lot, and then we should take it back down to like Tequila Cowboy. Maybe let it hang out in the gold lot for a little bit, and then take it down, toss it in the river.
I was actually thinking about the logistics of that. To get it out, we have to take it up the stairs and like throw it over the concourse, or how funny it'd be if we were taking it down the rotunda. That would be funny to get it out. But I remember we talked about this back whenever Vanderbilt pulled off their upset. They carried it down, I believe, like Broadway in Nashville, and they took it to a river that was like over a mile away. And we thought, what if we had an army of kids who just marched it all the way back to the cathedral lawn? This would be a marathon. It would take us a good amount of time. We'd have sore arms and sore legs, but we'd be like an army of ants to get it there. It'd be so funny.
Just strap it onto one of the school buses that they use for the shuttles for students.
Actually, yeah, that would work.
Not sure
Tape
the
to the
logistics
top.
of that, but I'm not sure the
Victory
logistics
lights.
of carrying it back to Oakland either. So, yeah, maybe just have it set up shop like right in the middle of Atwood Street. Something we can kick field goals in the middle of the street. Everyone party. Yeah.
Our names would go on a list, and the Rooney's goons would have us executed. Any singular person that touched that goalpost.
What team tore down the goalpost and left the stadium with it last week? I'm trying to blank right now, but I saw a video of kids like running down a sidewalk with the goalpost and an officer being like, "Hey, drop the goalpost." I can't remember who it was.
Like, yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
Put it on the ground.
It was like a chunk of the goalpost. It clearly broke into a number of pieces, but still funny.
The Steelers play on Sunday at 1. The fire drill that it would take to get a new goalpost up. You think there's spare goalposts in that stadium?
I was just thinking that.
The Virginia game this year, you remember how crazy that Virginia-Florida State, remember that field storming? There was like 100 kids damn near on the field before the ball hit the ground. They would never let that fly at Acrisure. There would be every landmark security officer in their yellow jacket, like arm in arm around the field to prevent that.
Just remember, Pitt students, there's more of you than there are of them. I like a lot. And you have younger knees.
Yeah, I remember the Pitt Miami game, the Kenny Pickett coming out party. I remember we were in the student section. I was actually on crutches from our turkey bowl that year. Had a twisted ankle. Yeah, back in the days where you could suffer real injuries and it was just fine. But yeah, I was on crutches in the stadium, and I remember thinking like, how can I get down onto the field with these crutches? But they were very adamant Like, do not come on this field. You will be arrested. And you're right, David. There are more of them. There are more students, and also there will be probably a good bit more students at this game than there were at that Pitt Miami game over Thanksgiving break. So
throw in the tickler file, kids. Just think about it.
Actually, we don't storm the field. We're supposed to win these type of games.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, last one we have here. And this was a great one. We were excited about this one when it came through. This is from a lifelong Pitt fan / loyal son. I think we intentionally omitted the name here because it was a DM.
Correct.
Okay. Currently serving in the Army Reserves. I spent the ACC championship season in Texas, currently ready to deploy. If this season goes as well as it can, do I need to stay in the military forever? Well, first off, thank you for your service. This is Veterans Day earlier this week, so thank you. But the simple answer is yes. If Pitt makes the college football playoff, and these just so happen to coincide with the two most magical seasons, it's your choice, but really, I mean, think of the bigger picture here.
Dylan, I'm now realizing you read that question correctly. The way I thought he was asking it was, can we use our authority as the loyal sons to honorably discharge him from the military if Pitt makes the playoff? And I was going to say yes. Yes, the loyal sons would thereby absolve you of your remaining military service. You get to come home, you get a parade, you get one of those teary-eyed videos where you are greeted by your loved ones at the airport, or like you surprise your kid at school.
Or at the ACC championship game.
Purple Heart, regardless of what you actually saw in combat. But no, Dylan, I think you're right. I think he wants to do whatever is most lucky for the program. And for that, thank you again for your service.
I'm a big proponent of your personal rituals. So, for example, this crew neck I'm wearing right now, wore it to the NC State game. Got to wear it again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Simple as that. Some things are bigger than others. Maybe you have a lucky pair of socks. Maybe you're in the Army Reserves. It's like you got to do what you got to do for
tomato.
the Panthers. Yeah.
Speaking of that, Squid, this is completely unrelated to the mailbag question. Our Heinzel jerseys came in. Our DH Gate China Heinzel jerseys.
Yeah, I think I'm going to throw it on over top of this. I think that's going to be the move.
Okay. Just making
it's pretty warm also.
Making sure we're on the same page there. Get to bust those bad boys out. That's the first Pitt China jersey I've ordered since my Kenny Pickett. It served me faithfully, but
like the third iteration of Pickett jerseys.
Yeah, the seams are just falling apart. It's hardly even like an article of clothing at this point.
Were those the ones that came back and were like Charger blue?
Yours was.
Yes, it was.
Ours were the actual colors.
Yeah, we had a good. What do we have? The original Pitt home one I had was good. Pitt away one was good. The Steelers one I got wasn't very good. I think the sleeves were stitched on from like an extra large template. So I had like a medium torso and extra large sleeves, so it looks stupid. But the Pickett Pirate jersey we ordered, that came out pretty nice. Don't get a whole lot of use out of it, but that existed.
That is the funniest article of clothing of all time.
Yeah, I still have that. Actually, funny story about that. I wore that to a game last summer, Pirate game last summer, and someone actually posted it on a like Berg Sports or something, One Berg Facebook page. Like we got home from the game, and my now wife looked at her phone and she was like, "What the hell is this? Us?" And it was just we had our godson at the game, so I was just wearing like a baby holder harness with a Pickett jersey on, and the comments on that one were pretty good. And it was also they were playing the Phillies that game, so people were like, "What did he? What? Who's he rooting for? Is he a Philadelphia fan? Is he a Pirate fan?" And I was like, it was also Pitt night at PNC Park that night, so I was like, yeah, this just makes a lot of sense. But yeah, there was a lot of confused people on Facebook. Also, Facebook's a hilarious place to go viral because there's just people just saying like, I bet his wife made him wear that for wasting all that money.
Well, that was perhaps the absolute best and most logical time to wear that jersey then.
Yeah, actually, it was probably the most appropriate thing to be wearing in the stadium that night.
When's the last time that thing made it out of the closet?
I think I wore one. I think I wore it to a Pirate game this summer. I have that in a Clemente, and if Clemente doesn't get the nod on a Tuesday night, Pickett Pirates jersey gets tossed on.
You're a hero, you know that. Not quite Army Reserves listener who's willing to stay deployed forever for the betterment of Pitt football, but you are a soldier in another regard.
I do what I can. Okay, I think this was enough for this week.
Got a lot of great questions. They will make appearances other times. We are very tired. So
if you send a question, we'll answer it at some point. So keep listening. There are some good ones. They just might not have been the best fit for Pitt Notre Dame week.
Okay. As always, thank you for listening. Make sure to say please. Please win. Don't forget your manners. All right. Don't get too cocky. We're not too far out from game day. We'll see you all on the North Shore Saturday morning. Thank you for listening. As always, hail loyal sons of Pittsburgh. Please win.